69 points, 603 total offensive yards, and of course a victory for Oregon. It was quite the turnaround from the season opener against LSU, most especially in two categories, turnovers and penalties. Oregon with no turnovers and just 3 flags for 25 yards.
The big thing I think we felt was in some games we feel we don't get these big explosive plays, and we had those today. And I think it's a lot of that's being balanced and having to do a lot of different stuff. But the other thing is guys stepped up today.
You look at the opening drives in the LSU game, and really those penalties were just we're going backwards instead of going forward. So it was a matter of just kind of staying on track. And once we can do that, our guys kind of thrive off of that.
And them guys did a great job. Great whole week of emphasizing every little small detail that they messed up on last week, and they want to come out this week and show y'all that they was cleaning it up.
I was really happy with the way the team bounced back today and came out today, after a big emotional loss like last week. And I can't really say enough about the guys and the team, that we came out and the fans were behind us today. So I'm happy with the win.
Through 2 games this season, the Beavers don't seem to be making much progress and have an unsettled situation at quarterback. Coming up, more from Madison as the Beavers continue to battle through injuries, but with both Sean Mannion and Ryan Katz seemingly in limbo.
Both the guys are, really good quarterbacks. I felt like Sean had a really good week of practice, and, we're all buying into what he's been doing, and he's done a hell of a job the last, week or so.
After the 35-0 loss to Wisconsin, the Beavers are now 0-2 for the first time since 2008. Phil Milani has more on the blowout loss from Madison.
The Beavers were shut out in a non-conference game for the first time since 1986, and it was clear that they missed freshman running back Malcolm Agnew. The Beavers only ran for 23 yards compared to Wisconsin's 208.
It was not good not having Malcolm, but we should have been able to do better than that. So obviously we didn't block well enough.
Couldn't really get the running game going. It's kind of frustrating because, this team is, known for running first and then pass, but it's very frustrating, especially after, coming off a tough loss last week. We wanted to come out here, and we all believed we could, upset this team, but, this game's behind us now, and, we can't really do anything else but move on.
Yeah, it's frustrating, there's no doubt about it, but at this point, all we can do is move forward and become a better team.
As for the quarterback controversy, Ryan Katz did start, but he only threw the ball 3 times. Sean Mannion, meanwhile, threw for 244 yards.
The way the game was going, we didn't really get into anything that with Ryan that we would have liked to have been able to do. When we got behind, we were throwing the ball more, and we wanted Sean to do it.
I think, I've calmed down, a lot, and it started to slow down, and, just got to get better.
So for a frustrated Beaver team, a bye week couldn't come at a better time. In Madison, I'm Phil Milani for Inside the Pac.
Thanks, Phil. Kurtis Doerr with us here on Inside the Pac. Kurtis, as a Wisconsin native, is someone who has played ball at Camp Randall Stadium and watched games there. How difficult an atmosphere is it for, Oregon State coming in there?
Yeah, I was wondering how Oregon State was going to respond, after their loss last weekend to Sac State. I guess Camp Randall starts in the bus ride in about 9 in the morning for a 12:30 game, and it's just incredible. It just has a slightly different feel than a lot of the other games that we played in and stadiums that we traveled. But it starts with this sea of red, and it's not just in the stadium. It's up and down Fraternity Row at 9 in the morning. They're just nuts, and they're throwing stuff at the bus, and it's wild. And there you can see the jump around song in the 3rd quarter, and you see the foundation, the pillars of the Camp Randall Shake. It's a special spot to play football, and big, powerful, strong.
The jump around certainly a part of college football. We'll be back after this. For the Ducks, Cliff Harris and Kiko Alonso back this week. Kurtis, what's that like when a teammate who's done a couple of these things, like we know these guys were up to, comes back?
It's nice. You're a family. It's just nice to have everybody kind of back in the same house again. So it's a good thing. It'll be good for the rest of the season.
All right. Thank you for joining us on Inside the Pac. We'll see you next week.